Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So today I'm going to be making a video on the Google Pixel 4a, and this time it's going to be my impressions on the Pixel 4a after around 2 weeks of using this device. Overall, I feel that this device is really nice, even with the lower end budget chipset, the 730G. It keeps apps open. If you guys have watched my other videos with the speed test I did on this phone, when I compared it to the iPhone SE and the Galaxy S10e, this phone still did a great job. Opening apps, keeping apps open, the RAM management on this phone was great. It has 6 gigabytes of RAM, and comparing it to my S10e real quick, this proved that the RAM on the Pixel device right here, the Pixel 4a, was better. The RAM management was better comparing it to the S10e. So overall, I feel that this phone for this price point is a really great device. For the price point of $349, you're getting basically anything and everything you'd want on a phone. Camera, picture, photo quality, really good. I've enjoyed using the photo quality on this, especially with Google's AI that they use to make these photos come out really clean and nice. Telephoto, portrait modes. It might not have a telephoto camera, but portrait modes, I compared it to my S10 Plus and everything, which had a telephoto camera, and it still performed as good as that, maybe even in some cases better than my S10 Plus, which is really fascinating. One drawback to this device though is that it can only record 4K 30 FPS, I believe, which is not the best. It doesn't get 4K 60 FPS. However, you still get 1080p 60 FPS, which is still great. Not complaining too much about that, but that is one of the downsides of this phone. Another downside would be maybe on the long run, like around after a year or 2 years, the Snapdragon 730G chip might slow down. It might start slowing down, and you might not get the same experience you had in the first 6 months of this device, or maybe even like the first 3 months of this device. It's really nice, the screen, 1080p screen. It's as good as my S10e that I have. Maybe even better by a tiny bit. I feel like the pixel density on this phone is better than the S10e, and you can actually tell that this phone has a really nice screen. I compared it to my S10 Plus on WQHD Plus, and unless you're a pixel peeper and you're trying to examine the screen as much as you can, no difference. On the 120 hertz Samsung devices, you can't have WQHD plus. You go down to 1080p. I don't see a difference. If we're getting this good of a screen quality on this phone, it's really nice. And then design-wise, man, this phone feels great. It might be plastic, but the plastic on this phone actually feels better than the Note 20's plastic. What Samsung's calling it, Glastic. This polycarbonate material on the 4a feels better than that. And the fingerprint sensor, design-wise fingerprint sensor, it really doesn't matter too much to me where it is located on screen, or if it's behind the screen back here, or even if it's on the side like my S10e. It really doesn't matter too much, but it's still a nice placement. I like it on the back. It's easier. Your hand is positioned in that way, and you're able to unlock it easily. Another thing that I like about this phone is that it runs stock Android. So stock Android is a great plus to this phone, especially at this price point. Google makes the best version of Android, obviously. Maybe some might disagree. I feel Samsung does. I feel like Samsung does have a lot more customization, but Google's stock Android just feels cleaner, smoother. If you've seen in my other tests, the Android on the Pixel 4a, comparing it to the One UI 2.1 on my S10e, when I was doing the speed test, I saw that the Pixel 4a's animations were way better. Even if this had the slower chip, the animations were great. Even in some cases, this phone, felt like it was faster comparing it to my S10e, and overall, it feels like a very smooth phone. So, I did some tests, I was comparing the always-on displays on these phones, and Pixel, you see that? Quick, easy to access, and overall just a great feel of this phone. All the apps, everything, the camera app, it has so many features on it. I love that it has all these features. The phone might not have too many features, but it still has them. And it's still a great phone, great UI, and you'll definitely enjoy this phone. Let's talk about the front-facing camera. So overall, this camera right here doesn't disappoint. It's as good as any other phone you'd expect that would have a great camera. It's as good as all those flagship phones. For this price point, Google's made a really nice phone, really nice design, maybe not glass as I said. However, the plastic on this phone feels great. You're gonna have an overall great experience, and if you're looking for a budget phone, I definitely recommend this phone right here. $349. You know, if you have some extra cash, you know, when compared to the other budget phones, if you have that extra $50 that you want to spend, you can go get a great pair of wireless earbuds. They might not be from Google, the Pixel Buds, the Galaxy Buds, or whatever, but you'll still get a great accessory for this device with that extra $50 you're gonna have if you were planning on using $400. So as I said, definitely if you're looking for a phone, budget phone if you're looking for a phone overall and you don't want to spend too much on it, go for the Pixel 4a. Also, if you're a person that switches phones a lot, maybe like every year, and you don't care if it has the best specs or not, and since you're switching every year, you're not gonna feel the slowdown of the phone, definitely go for this phone. $349. There's no way that you're not gonna buy this phone or enjoy this phone for that price point. So overall, the past 2 weeks have been great with this phone. The first week I used it with my SIM card and everything. I used this phone as the daily driver. Then I started using this as my secondary phone. However, I still usually use this phone more often than my S10 Plus, just because I felt like I need to get a better feel of this phone and see how well it's gonna be when I'm making this video and giving you guys my honest opinion on this phone. So as I said, I'm gonna be repeating myself again. But this phone, if you're willing to spend $350, go for it. It's one of the best phones you'll get. I'm not gonna say best phone, however, it's one of the best budget phones you'll get for this price point. So that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.